Alright, so we're talking about Django Unchained. This is a very, very good movie, I must say. It's by Quentin Tarantino, and honestly, the guy is a fucking genius.
What's your name?
Django.
That movie is fucking amazing. I have to say, though, that this is a Quentin Tarantino film, so right off the bat, you have to know that going to this movie, you should not take your fucking kids to this movie because your kids are going to scream, and they're going to be all crying, and everybody else is going to be pissed off at you, so please don't do it, because that's what happened in my movie theater, and also happened with my girlfriend in the movie theater, so please don't do it. I'm just trying to save y'all a heart attack and some money. So, there you go, right off the bat. Anyway, so let's break it down in some categories. We're going to be breaking down this movie, as well as my other movies, into different categories to rate upon. We're going to talk about the cast, talk about the music, we're talking about whether or not the film works as a whole, and we're going to be talking about the reason why you should see this movie and the reason why you shouldn't see this movie. So that's 5 stars right there. And if it gets 5, it's perfect. If it's not, you know, like we talked about that, it's not going to be perfect. So let's start with the story overall. It's about this guy named Django. He's a slave, and he's trying to help this bounty hunter slash dentist guy who's not really a dentist. I'm trying not to spoil as much as possible for you, but I might, so just bear with me. He is agreeing to help the dentist bounty hunter guy in order to get to find his wife. Also in the process, he ends up taking down like some big huge slavers and getting revenge, and it's really cool. Alright, the cast as a whole, everybody does an amazing job. This movie has Quentin Tarantino in it. He has a cameo, which is cool. You won't see him till the very end. It has Jamie Foxx as Django, which is like really good choice. He does a fucking amazing job in this movie. I really hope that him and DiCaprio both get Oscars for this movie because their role in this film is so great. DiCaprio's in it. He's got this huge plantations called Candyland because his name is like Candy something. I don't remember what his name is, but it's really good, and the place is like strictly evil and everybody hates it. But I want to talk really quick about Jamie Foxx's acting and DiCaprio's acting because they're the two main stars in this whole film. In the beginning of the film, Jamie Foxx is really kind of subtle because he's just trying to figure out this whole bounty hunter thing, whereas like later on in life in the movie, he gets like super good at it, and then he becomes way more comfortable, and we see like, oh wow, he's not like that shy little character we saw in the very first bit of the movie, but now he's like really super into it, and it's amazing.
Kill white folks and they pay you for it? What's not to like? I like the way you die, boy.
Whereas DiCaprio, I swear to God, I have never seen such better acting from him. Besides like Titanic and other shit that he's done, I don't know. But with him, you just hate him. You just fucking hate this guy. I mean, he's a slaver. He knows he is, and he thinks he's all that, but he really isn't. And he just tries to make himself all that, which just makes him more of a jackass than anyone can take. Except for Samuel Jackson for some reason. And oh my God, you just want to kill the guy. After you meet him, you just want to be like, God damn, I hate you, but I love you because you're so sick and vindictive. And there's that line in the trailer where he just says, you know, that one line that just gets me. Like, I saw that in the film, I'm like, oh man, that's just fucking goosebumps right there.
Yes!
Gentlemen, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
DiCaprio, man, if you're watching this, I hope to God you get a fucking Oscar, because it's been too long. You haven't gotten an Oscar in a while, so you need one. You need to get one. So unbelievable sounding. Also, Christoph Waltz, he's the bounty hunter that helps Django go with him and find his wife and try to free all these other slaves and get the Brittle brothers, which is what they're trying to find out. Kerry Washington, I think is her name. She plays Django's wife. She's pretty good in this movie too, but just not as often as she should be. But that's alright. I mean, it's probably like one of her breakout movies or something, so it's not a big deal. Samuel L. Jackson is the overall, like the head black guy slave in charge. I don't know. He's one of the bad guy slaves, and he doesn't help any of the black guys get out of Candyland. He just helps them stay in there. which doesn't help his case at all. And yeah, he's just totally bad. And surprisingly, also Jonah Hill's in this movie too. He has a cameo, but I'm not gonna tell you how long it is or what his part is. But just I'll let you know it's really, really funny. Overall, I have to say that the cast is like super amazing. I would highly recommend seeing them in action in this movie. I give that like a whole 1 star on that. Alright, music-wise, I mean, it's Tarantino, so you're not gonna get something you'd normally see in a movie. Like, for example, like in the Batman movies, you get something that's all like, you know, high strings and really in your face about it, you know, just totally same kind of thing over and over again, but it really works. That works too, but you wouldn't expect really a rap song to go along with like that old time Western music you get. Like here, I'll play a little clip right here. I'll show you what I mean.
I need 100 black coffers for 100 bad men, 100 black grapes so I can lay they.
That music's so awesome. Why don't we just play it one more time because I really love that music.
Django, Django, have you always been alone?
Okay, just one more time, just one more time. Oh, isn't it just so cool? I fucking love Tarantino's music selections. It just makes you think, you know, like, well, what else can work in those scenes? Because, you know, like, we get some modern music and we got some, like, really old-time Western stuff, too, which really goes well together hand in hand. So I'm gonna give that also a 1 star. Yes. Absolutely makes sense from beginning to end. There's no plot holes I can think of, because I've only seen it once. May have to go see it again to go check it again, but honestly I haven't found any plot holes at this point. Everything seems to tie up at the end. There's no loose ends. I mean, they could have a sequel, but it doesn't really look like it because it just kind of ends there. But they could, just to get more money out of it. And, you know, they had Kill Bill too, so I wouldn't see why wouldn't they have Django Unchained too, you know? So I'm going to give that 1 star also. 1, if you have kids. Why? Because there's language. It's totally super fucking language all up the wall. I'm telling you, like, you do not want to take, like, somebody who's under 10 see this movie. Also because there's huge amounts of violence. There is the gun scenes, you've seen everything. It's not where like those movies nowadays where you shoot them and nothing comes out. And here it's like, well, like that. It's like blood's coming out everywhere. It's just, it's unbelievable. Kids will get totally scarred by it. And there's also, I'm not trying to spoil too much for you, but there's a scene where Jamie Foxx is literally butt naked. He's strung upside down, and there's a guy about to cut his balls off. And it gets pretty serious. And when I saw it, there were kids within the first 30 minutes of the film who were scared because of stuff that was going down. And honestly, just do not take your kids to this. Please, just don't. I really mean it. Don't take your kids to this. It's probably the worst thing you can do as a parent. Just listen to me, please. I know this is my first video, but just please listen to me. Other than that, I mean, the violence is really high, the language is really high. Don't take your kids at all, unless they can handle it. And I think that's it. So I'll give that also 1 star. Well, it's got excellent directing, excellent acting. Everybody works well together. It's really astounding piece of work. Even though it is very controversial of what happened back then, there's tons of torture and everything. Again, don't take your kids to see that. Really not a good idea. But other than that, I mean, this film is great. I fucking love this film. It's unbelievably good. It's directed well. Everybody does a great job. Jamie Foxx and DiCaprio should definitely get an Oscar for their performances. And that's it. You should really go see Django Unchained. And yeah, it's my first movie review. Hey, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy my movie reviews. I'll try to do one every week if I can. I'm just a little bit busy right now with some other things that are going on, but I'll try to put out content as much as possible. Be sure to look out for my video next week and weeks after that and so on. And if you want to post a question in the comments line, I'll try to answer it next week. And thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.
Now I'm not afraid to do the
Lord's word. He said vengeance is his, but I'ma do it first. I'm gonna handle my business in the name of